This tutorial is about professional seams without search machine. Usually are used for high-end clothes. We use them when we don't have the search machine on hand or want to hide the seam. So we don't really want that chain lock visible on our clothes. I have 2 pieces of fabric here, and I am going to put them the right side in. Top stitch it, leaving a little bit of allowance on the side. For the purpose of this video, I am using the contrast thread. My sewing machine has been threaded with a green thread and magenta one. So once you have those two sewn together, you want to get them separated, right, like that. And then what we're gonna do, fold them underneath, just like that. If you're not feeling comfortable sewing this way, you might wanna iron that, press iron, just to keep it in place. And we're gonna repeat the same thing on the other side, and this seam is called plain seam. So plain seam with a clean finish. See how nice it looks so far? Just fold it nicely, fold it in. So this is what I got. This is my left side, the inner side, right? And this is the right side. So the next seam that I will be making, flat felt seam. Again, the right side is touching each other. I'm gonna leave about 5/8 of allowance, and I'm just gonna stitch it. So let's sew 5/8 of allowance again. So what I'm gonna do now, I am going to cut one side off very close to the seam, but just make sure don't do it too close. That technique is used a lot on blouses. It can be used on jeans. It's a very pretty seam when done correctly. So what you're gonna do now, see, I cut it very close to the seam, to the stitch, but not too close. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna fold that in. So this one, I'm just gonna fold it like that. Here. Gonna fold it like this, and then fold it again. And then top stitch it right at the edge of that fold. Go as close to that stitch as you can. And now once you're ready, let's just get sewing. You should follow the stitch. So this is what I got. This is the left side. That's how it looks on the left side. And this is how it looks on the right side. Of course, I used the contrast thread for you to see it, how that's gonna look. But so far you have no hem, like no seam, what am I saying? No fabric that can fry, right? So everything is nicely secure. You can rip it, you can't, it just can't show. It looks pretty good. So the next seam that I like a lot as well, which would be the French seam. So again, I'm gonna start with 2 pieces of fabric, but this time the right side will be going on the outside. So the left side will go in. Start sewing. You leave 5/8 of allowance. Don't forget to keep the right side on top and the left side inside, like facing each other. cut down the seam as close to the stitch as possible, just not too much. I like to use my zigzag scissors, but you can just use any, that's fine. Turn that right side out. Hold it and top stitch. You will be able to feel with your fingers, with your nail, where that inner part of the seam ends. So now we're gonna sew on top of it. Always when you start a seam and when you finish it, reverse it to secure the stitch. So this is what we got. So now we've got the right side inside. So that's how it looks. Beautiful. Sometimes people are allergic to the seams, to the serge seams, especially kids. It gets them to scratch a lot, and this seam is perfect for blouses, dresses. It doesn't irritate the skin, so it's pretty good. So this is our French seam. You can leave it this way, just the way it is, or if you want, we can top stitch it to make it look even nicer. So you can go close to the edge of that seam right here, or you can leave like a 3 millimeters space between this seam and then the top stitch. So I'm gonna actually go and do a top stitch. So this is the French stitch that we got. Very nice. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new today. And you can use that tutorial towards sewing of your own luxurious clothes. Thank you. Have a great day.